Playing smart golf, especially in the rough, is the name of the game. Now I've got 3 lies here in the rough. One is sitting up fairly good. There's just a little grass behind it. And the next one is sitting way down deep in the rough. And lastly, I've got one that's marginal. There's a little grass behind it, but it's still in a difficult situation to play to the green. Now let's go through each one. I want to give you some principles to play these shots with. When the ball is sitting in the rough and there's not a lot of grass behind it, what I suggest is that you take 1 club less than 1 club more. Why? Because generally speaking, when the grass gets between the club face and the ball, it will squirt out. They call it a flyer. It'll go a little farther than normal because the grass takes the spin, the backspin off the club. With this shot, I'm going to set up with the grip choking down a little bit. I'm going to open my stance a little bit and lean to the left because I want a descending blow on that ball, and that's what this helps me to do. I'm going to position the ball a little bit farther back behind a normal ball position. Keep my shoulders square and rehearse. Feel the shot going up there. Now the one thing you don't want to do when you play out of the rough is swing violently. Try to lift it out of there and really muscle it. The club will do the work. Think of control, think of staying centered, and make a crisp contact as close as you can to the back of the ball. Here we go. Left, controlled swing, back, and through. Now when the ball gets nestled way down, that's when you need to just take your sand wedge or pitching wedge and just get it out into the fairway so you can play your next shot up to the pin. When it's down in the rough, we talked about this in the short game, we've got to lean to the left. We really want that club to get up and descend back. You want to pick a place behind the ball, well behind the ball, so the club can get down below the ball and pop it up into the fairway. So I'm going to lean left, rehearse, open the face just a little bit because the club will have a tendency to come closed out of the rough. Here we go. Just dig it out and get it up there so I can have another shot to the green. Lastly, with the ball that's sitting marginally, it's got a lot of grass behind it, I can still get to the back of it. This is where you use your lofted fairway wood, your 23 degree or your baffler. And when you're playing out of rough with this club, this is really designed to get it out. It's got that heavy flange and enough loft to come right out. You want to always choke down for control. Open your stance. Don't want a lot of weight shift on this one. Lean to the left, which will give you that nice descending blow. And you want to aim in here right behind the ball, about an inch so the club can go through the grass and get to the back of that ball. Lean to the left, choke down, and again, stay centered with a crisp swing through the grass to the back of the ball. Here we go. And look at how nicely that ball got up and right up into the middle of the green. Hopefully these points will make playing out of the rough not rough for you. Now here I've hooked my ball into the gunch. The only time I really want to go for this shot is if I've got a nice lie, and it's not too bad. I'm on top of these leaves, but I've got to go over these shrubs between me and the hole. Now I've surveyed the green, so I know I've got a lot of green up there, and what I need to do is just make a nice crisp contact with the back of the ball. Of course I'm going to open the face so I can get it over these shrubs in front of me, and that's what I always do, is open the face first, then set my grip. Then I lean to the left to establish my base and rehearse, because I've got this tree behind me. There we go, I've got plenty of room. Now the main focus is to stay centered. I don't want a lot of movement, because I've got to make a nice clean, crisp contact with the back of the ball. The loft's there, which will get it up. Now it's a matter of just swinging the club and contacting the ball nice and square and it's right up on the green. Take your time when you get in hazards. Weigh the percentages. Don't go after if it's a horrible lie. Be sure that you set the face first, then your grip, and swing it up to the hole. Now here's a real predicament. You're in the rough, and you've got a tree behind you, so when you take your backswing, you come right into it. So what you have to do is practice the lasso drill. Little circle in front, rehearse, always rehearse, feel it, and when you play the shot, you want to just simply swing by it, like this, all the way around, and come through and contact the ball. Get set up to the hole, good posture, set your back, one little practice swing, ready, and go. And right up by the pin. Now here's a tough situation. You can take an unplayable lie, but you're going to have to move it out here in a pretty tough area. Instead of doing that, let me show you how to recover from here. You just simply take your club in your right hand, turn your back to the hole, rehearse a little bit, and play it this way. Now what you want to do is just get it out there in the fairway so you can have a nice chip to the green. Rehearse, play the ball even with your feet, lined up on it, and you just want to go up and down and let the loft of the club get it back out in the fairway. Nothing to it. And it saved me a shot out here. Sometimes you'll find yourself off the fairway, down in a sandy lie or even hard pan. And the key here is to make a crisp contact with the back of the ball with the club. So ball position is critical. You want to move the ball back in your stance a little bit, choke down for control, and you don't want much body movement. As you swing, stay centered and be sure that you contact the ball first on the downswing. Play it back, square face, lean to the left, no movement of the body, crisp contact right up by the pin. All right, work on it. Be sure to catch it nice and crisp without all that body movement. Sometimes you find yourself in the left woods and you've got to hit a big hook around the trees to get it up by the hole. So let me show you two ways to do that. One is you can lower your circle down so that the club swings around more in a circle and the face will close on the ball quicker and it'll come right around the trees. So you play the ball back in your stance so you can get a crisp contact. Stay down low and rehearse. Feel it going around. Aim a little right and let the circleness of your swing bring it right around to the green. Here we go. Right around on the front of the green. Now another way that you could do it is by simply turning the face closed, then taking your grip and making your swing out to the right of the tree, and the loft of the club, the face will close. As your hands come through, the face will be closed and it will produce the draw that you need to get up onto the green. Close the face, then set your hands. Work on the ball position a little bit back in your stance. Aim to the right edge of the green. Now we want a crisp contact with the ball. Let the swing and the club head do the work. Here we go. And right around the tree, in one hop, right up by the pin. Those are two shots that will really help you get out of trouble when you get in the left woods.